And welcome to Surprise Smoke Sesh with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm in my nightgown and house coat. Thought I'd go ahead and go live and smoke one with you. Hey, no one really matters but cats. Hey, M dearest, how y'all doing this fine morning? It's supposed to be a beautiful one. So we got another one from Graveyard Flowers. I'll share the link after the video.
I didn't cheat you.
We have an Aaron Lewis situation playing in my eardrums, you know. Which in my case, I find that to be a positive situation to have Aaron Lewis singing in my eardrum, because I like Stained. So I'd like to ask folks how you doing. I ask you how you're doing. I don't want to have no shirt on, like looking all. Sorry, I'm distracted by myself.
Yeah, checking yourself out in the fucking camera. Now, I like to take a look at myself every now and then to make sure I don't have a bug hanging, or that I don't look stupid, or that my wig's on straight. Yeah, I do. I take a look every now and then. But I don't sit there and go, "Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a vision of loveliness." Hell no, that doesn't fucking happen. I'm not a vision of loveliness. Are you kidding? Right now I look like a damn dumpster fire.
Anyway, I can't fool anyone. I have an Adam's apple. No, I'm kidding. How's everybody doing? I have to. Sorry. There we go. I really hated these headphones when Shani first got them, and then I accidentally kind of hit them a little bit too hard on the coffee table. And I broke this one. But this one still works. And I've been using these because Shani has new ones. And actually, it's really comfortable.
You know what? I've got umpteen million sets of those, and I've never broken any of them. I keep a lot of sets of them because, they tend to wear out fast. They're from Temu. Shit wears out fast. The shit wears out fast.
In my ear now. What the fuck was the deal? I shaved. I'm starting to look
Hey,
like my
Corey,
face
how
clean
you
shaved.
doing, sis?
Like with this super long hair, I don't know. I think I like the way I look better with no facial hair at all. None. It's like, am I starting to look even more female than male? Maybe. No, I just think I like looking this way. I don't feel like I need a pussy, definitely not. Zero. I don't need a pussy. I like my penis, because it's not an embarrassing size, If I had Epstein dick, Epstein's penis, this is according to one of the victims, Epstein's penis was the size of a small Bic lighter.
About the size of yours then, huh? You ain't gonna convince me that your peen is 8 inches long. You're just not gonna convince me of that. Do you know why women have such poor depth perception? We've been told that all our lives that this is 6 inches.
And that's like, holy crap, that's real. Oh my god, that's pretty bad. But I told Shani my theory on
Oh
guys
my
that like
god.
to do that with younger girls, illegally younger girls, minors. My theory was that they're hung like, there's nothing there.
Oh my god. You're just being a woman because you can't cut it as a man. Trust me, you can't cut it as a woman either. It takes strength to be a woman. especially if you're going to be in this man's world. If you're going to be in a man's world, you have to be extra strong, and I was in a man's world. And I got unique insights into them. And that's why I love men so much. Yeah, men can be crude, but so can women. I admire men for their strength. I admire men for their mental, for their just the way their brains work. I admire them for their stoicism. I wish I could be more stoic. I'm pretty much that way, but I wish I could be more so. And that I didn't have tears running down my face when I'm mad.
If Revelina were to look at it, she'd go, oh, I'm sorry. You know? I still haven't come up with my drag name. So could somebody email me and just give me a drag name? Okay? JasonEgroff2020 @gmail.com. If it's acceptable to me, I'll take it. I mean, if it's hurtful or mean, I mean, obviously. I mean, even if I like it, I might use it anyway, even if it is mean. Maybe I will use it. I like being pretty. I'd rather be pretty. Anyway.
What a coinkydink. I like being pretty too. That's something we have in common. But you don't know how to apply makeup, you don't know how to do your hair, and you don't know how to dress. And you don't know how to behave sexy. I could give you some lessons, but it'd cost you.
So today was a day of a lot of news and consumption of what's going on with Epstein. And it's very interesting that I think that's pretty great. I think the Democrats are kind of like, oh, Trumpy. He thinks he's going to get away with everything with Epstein. And that he's just going to be allowed to let it, all of the evidence, the physical evidence all might be destroyed, guys. Do you know that? It's very possible that all of the evidence has been burned. Do you remember that they said that it appeared that there were bags in the FBI offices? They call them burn bags filled with documents. Now, I know they said that it had to do with some other case or whatever. But what if they're lying and they were burning all the Epstein files? As if. That would be horrible. But guess what? What did they do? They did this today. I guess it was today. They did this, which I'm going to download all of these, basically just to have on. You know, it's like it's history. This is the biggest American you call scandal. This is bigger than Clinton. Are you kidding? Yeah, it's way bigger than Clinton. You know, it's way bigger than Watergate.
I don't know about bigger than Watergate. I don't know about that. That was pretty big. A sitting president having people break into a hotel room. That's pretty heinous. All because he's paranoid. Excuse me.
Because Watergate was just cheating. You know, it was cheating on an election. Breaking into the Watergate hotel, spying on the Democrats. Oh, I'm Richard Nixon. I don't know if I'm going to win, Henry. You know? I don't know if I'm going to win this next election, Henry. This goddamn Vietnam War is destroying me, Henry. You know? That was the truth. But of course, why would you just pull the fuck out, Tricky Dicky? You should have just pulled the boys out. But no, you had to do military-industrial complex horseshit when you're a Quaker and you're supposed to be a fucking pacifist. You know, Nixon was a Quaker. My mom liked Nixon. But the fucking facts are you did not observe your religion, that's for sure. You're a Quaker.
Well, a lot of people liked Nixon, but he was a crook. A lot of them are crooks. How do you think they got to where they're at? By being a crook. They're all crooks. Me and Blue can debate on this from now to doomsday. They're crooks. Every last stinking one of them. From the top on down. They're all crooks.
And you're going, well, I'm the president of the fucking United States of America. He would never...
Hey, Jack LaMoore.
Well, yeah, he did curse in private, Nixon. Because, you know, he's supposed to be a Christian-y Quaker guy, so he's not going to curse much. Yeah, well, that's bullshit. If you listen to the Nixon tapes...
Morning, Jack LaMoore.
Oh, he cursed, you know. I can't say the words this day and age that he was saying, you know, like, about homosexuals. I can't say the word on here. It's horrible. It's not okay. To slander people just based on this shit, it's gross. And that's why I'm for, like, not saying these words that are hateful. Like, why?
Hey, Mercury.
Don't say shit that's like, you don't want to be called something that you don't like. You know? You wouldn't like to be, you wouldn't like someone calling you something that would make you feel bad about yourself. You know? So why would you do it to someone else? As bad as you feel about yourself, and I you know, most people have insecurities and shit. You know? I was horribly insecure. Oh my God. I was a mess. You know, because I was a heavy kid in high school. Being heavy in high school, just don't do it. If you are heavy and you're going into high school, do your best to fucking lose some weight and shit. Because your life's going to not be very enjoyable if you're going into high school as a fat kid. That's bad for your health anyway, being too heavy. And it's bad for your health too, starving yourself and being too skinny, so...
Yeah, in high school I was 5'2" and a size 5. Old school size 5. I was little. Boy, I'd like to get down that small again.
You want to eat just enough that you have enough, and then you can survive and live and thrive, you know? We want to thrive around here. I'll put this up like this, like this. Okay, we do the move. Ready? Trump would say, here comes the weave. Here comes the weave. Oh. There we go. See? That's cute as shit, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I don't know if I want to review a video tonight. My stomach hurts. And no, it's not from lack of food. I saw somebody on the video, the one video, they're like, well, Reb, you said you got your food stamps, so why do you say you're hungry? I don't really recall. Oh, yeah, you took the comment the wrong way of what I said. I wasn't saying that I was hungry. I was saying that I had just had, like, some friggin' Thai food, you know, and I felt blessed by God to have some Thai food. Like, you didn't hear that, did you? And I had some dumplings. No. What was it? I got...
You know, I can't afford DoorDash. I flat can't afford it. How can these bitches afford it? How can these bitches afford DoorDash? Because I sure as fuck can't afford it. It's fucking expensive. Doesn't make a damn bit of sense.
Got Thai sausage, which I never had before. And on the side caddy, on the fucking delivery container, they had like peanuts. You know, like, yeah, it was peanuts. And lemongrass on the side caddy. I thought that was really neat. I never saw that. But what you're supposed to do, you take a piece of sausage up. Oh, it was, wow. I had never had Thai sausage before, and it was cheap. It was one of the cheaper appetizers. So I tried it, you know. The only other thing I got was a side salad, a Thai side salad, but they gave us an extra side salad, And I know why they did, because we tell everybody that in our DoorDash description. We tell everybody, you know, we do mukbang sometimes, so what's up? And sometimes they give you extra shit.
That's nice. That's nice. I got a free joint on my birthday.
Which is neat, and that's really cool, you know. Restaurants are, oh my god, if you get to know like owners of restaurants and shit, it's really, it could be some of the best relationships you have. Which is like, holy shit, Red, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, I was a fat kid, so like a lot, my mom would take me to like classy, expensive, you know, locally run restaurants. And like, if you get to be friends with the people there, it's really cool. Because they'll give you extra shit and stuff like that, you know. And if you like having drinks,
Yeah. Why do you think that I make it a point to have drinks here? Because my mouth gets dry. I take medications that dry my mouth, plus I smoke pot and I'm talking. So my mouth gets really dry. So I've got to have something to drink here. And I make sure that I have at least one or two Mountain Dews here for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hour show. Because nothing's worse than listening to somebody with cotton mouth.
you know, they might give you a free drink at the bar, whatever the fucking shit is, you know. You buy a girl a drink, you know. Nick Fuentes would buy me a drink. He would. He would. Kanye too, probably. You know.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I was just making a comment.
I did my eyes pretty. Why? Yeah, I did them good today. I did. So I have the Cenk Uygur situation pulled up. I don't even know. It's too much. We got the FBI records. They released Epstein shit. Okay, emails. That's what Shanny and I've been listening to all day. Basically, is like fucking explaining what the hell's in there. And it's like they keep covering the same, basically, like 4 emails. They keep covering the same, basically 4 emails. Just on every channel, on every, you know, mainstream media is blasting the fucking shit out of this. It does appear that, like, they're getting ready to maybe, like, make a move or something on Trumpy. And they need to, because holy shit. What the fuck kind of message does it send to the world that...
No, it just makes me mad. He's never prepared for a stream. And, you know, he can talk on and 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 on about fucking nothing. He can. He could talk. I mean, he's been blathering about nothing for the last 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes. Exactly 10 and a half minutes he's been blathering about nothing. That's some shit.
that we have a president that was called, like, you know, the dog that didn't bark yet by a predator, a fucking sex trafficker of children. Like, the holy Jesus. I, there needs to be, like, a standard always for leadership. You have to have standards. You know, Democrats and people that knew Trump, like Hollywood people and shit like that, were telling us, we know him. It's very, very bad idea to put this guy in the presidency because he's mainly, he's extremely ego-driven and unscrupulous. Okay? He would be a disastrous president because he's got no fucking scruples. You know who said that Donald Trump doesn't have any scruples? Jeffrey Epstein said that. Holy Jesus. The most prolific...
A politician with no scruples? Wow, that's a novel thing. A lot of them don't have any fucking scruples. A lot of them don't have any fucking scruples or morals. It's how they got to where they're at. You're acting like this is some sort of revelation?
sex trafficker of children in history said that Donald Trump has no scruples. Wow. Well, then you might say, well, yeah, he's a scumbag. That's not a valid opinion. Well, yeah, you're right. But that's not the point. The point is that's how, oh my God, wow. Jeffrey said he's bad? Holy shit. You must be pretty bad. Yeah, that's the point. Jeffrey, it was an admitted pervert. I don't know, ladies out there, you might want to be very careful. That if you hear a guy say, like, oh yeah, I'm a pervert, it, like, admit, just straight up, I'm a perv. You should maybe consider not dating him.
You keep saying you're a pervert all the damn time. And you are a fucking pervert. Look at pictures of him then and him now. What a comparison. I keep hoping he drinks out of that coffee cup that he's using as an ashtray. It would be poetic justice.
You definitely don't want to marry him, okay? But I know how it is, girls. If you want to have a little fun for the night, right? The girl's got to come every now and then. Jesus. Every now and then at least.
I hate it when he tries to act like a female. Because he gets it wrong. It's a slap in the fucking face. And I hate guys that act like sex is the all end all be all of everything. Like all they've got to offer is what's below the waist.
And sometimes you don't feel like yourself. Am I too fucking honest for you guys? See, if I ever went to like Burning Man or whatever, I'd like stay in that character.
And you'd probably get your ass kicked. You'd probably get your ass kicked.
I don't want to creep out Shanny by being too femme. I don't want to creep her out, number one, because she don't like it. She doesn't. She wants a husband. You know what I mean? So if I go a little too femme, it's like she don't like it at all. It's weird to her. But I do it for the camera. You know, it's my time to be able to do it is for the camera. Because it brings in the views sometimes. That's insane. It is. I know. But you make yourself a little sultry looking, and Jesus, you get more, your views pop harder. Pop harder. Yeah. And I don't have to do too much. I don't practice it. You know what I mean? When you see me do something femmy, I'm just doing it from how I feel like maybe it works. I'm a male, so I don't know how that works, but it's fun.
You don't know how it works. And you end up being a caricature of a female. I've coined that phrase a million times. And you know something? It's correct. So like I said, your transition to crack whore is complete.
It's fun when you're a metal dude, right? Like me, I'm a metal dude. And like I haven't gone to many concerts at all. But the ones that I have gone to, you know, that I was single, you know, I'd look at the girls and just be like, wow, you know, wow, look at that, wow, you know, like, whatever. Mesmerized and hypnotized by hotness. Just that you girls are, you know, wow. So, for me to be able to do this and kind of look like one of those chicks that I thought was hot, I don't know what it is. It's weird. It is weird. But it's in me, so whatever. I don't give a shit.
Rev, you need to dry up and blow away. You seriously do. You need to dry up and blow away. You know, it pisses me off when I see you trying to act feminine and you don't even get it right. If you're going to act feminine, do it right. I'm not the most feminine woman in the world, but at least I can act feminine. Because you know, I've been a woman all that time. And it isn't all this prissing and prancing about.
Some of my relatives from back in the day, in Albion, in ancient Albion, put down in the comments, guys. Tell me where Albion is. They're gonna go, oh, Rev, you're making up some kind of weird fucking country. Look up Albion. Oi! I just be some, county Donegal hoe bag, Oi! I'll blow you for a sack of potatoes.
So, exactly how are you going to be a whore? Giving blowies? Taking it in the pooper? I think that you're gay, or at least bi-curious. It's alright to come out, Rev. It's 2025. Nobody's going to criticize you.
Baby's gotta eat, Yeah. That's true. I mean, if you're in a famine, right, and you're a hot girl, you're gonna be alright, probably. Because you just gotta go and do your thing, You gotta do your thing. I would. Yeah, I would if I had to, If I were single, I would do what I have to do. But partnership, both parties need to agree that things are okay. And if one says no, then it's no, Would I start chat your date and do stuff like that? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Because I don't see it as sin at all. It's just a career, and you can do something like that for a career. And I'm not fucking nothing. I'm just being sexy on camera and flirting with the camera and shit, and that's it. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. But if one don't,
You plan on belching on cam too? Guys find it really sexy when you belch.
like it, then you just don't do it because you don't want problems in your relationship. So that's that. It's all good, and it's. I love life, man. I need help. I need a leg up on life, and it can be very difficult once you tripped to get back up again. I'm taking a break for a second.
You had a leg up on life. You had 750,000 legs up on life, and you blew through it. So what do you want? So what do you want? I'm looking at my fish. Now fish are starting to swim up towards the front here. Let me show you real quick.
So I'm not sure if I want to do
Hey,
a review
Hatfield
video
McCoy,
tonight.
how
I'm
you
just
doing,
ranting like
brother?
a weirdo and shit. I don't know. But people get confused about things, and then they start thinking, well, it's kind of weird, Are you feeling some kind of internal crisis about yourself or something? And no, like believe me, it's just fucking performative. It's fun, It's just like in England, it's an England thing. It's an Albion thing, the cross-dressing shit, you know. And for me, it's that I've never felt that way, the dress femme or whatever. Never, ever. But it's like, I don't know. Part of it is growing your hair out so long, For me, like my face has always been sort of femme.
How you doing,
I'm
bro?
more the femme look than masculine fucking male, And some chicks are really into that. Some chicks love a femme dude, And some chicks think it's gross. Long hair.
I think a femi dude is gross. I don't care if a guy's got long hair or short hair. I don't care as long as it's well kempt and taken care of. I like well groomed and a nice shirt and nice pants. Bonus points if you wear a suit and tie and the suit is tailored. That'll get me every single fucking time.
On a man, ew, that's gross. Some chicks feel that way, and that's fucking great. That's what makes the world go round. Because if all chicks liked one type of looking guy, well, that would be boring. And if vice versa, same vice versa, it'd be a boring world. This is why there's somebody out there for everybody. It's true. I really do believe that. Unless you're so mentally ill that you can't be with someone, which is that. Of course, that's possible too. That it's just like your affect, the way you are in the day during the day is so like triggering and annoying that you just got to be alone. And honestly, like that's how I feel about myself. Like I should be alone because a lot my behaviors can be. I mean, like I can get psychotic. You guys have seen some shit on live streams. That was really scary. You remember that thing in Colville, and like I did the GUN hands to Shanny, and I'm like, I'll fucking kill her. Well, I mean it at all. Not even a bit. But when you are bipolar, man, wow. You don't know unless you have it. That's the
I have complex PTSD brought on by a war. By a war. And I have never, ever threatened my husband's life. I have never raised a hand to him. Ever. We hardly say two cross words to each other. Because we discuss things like adults. If he doesn't like something, he tells me. If I don't like something, I tell him. You know, that's the way it works in a partnership.
truth, and I'm not excusing anything. I'm just saying it's very tough. And people that have dealt with bipolar people in their life, like they know. But they'll give you grace. See, the people that have actually dealt with it will understand. And it's like, no, the person can't help it. They can't help it. This shit will fly out of their mouth and they'll be like, oh, fuck, why did I say that? The filter isn't... the filter...
And that's one more thing. You have to be unique. You have to be unique. You can't be a cookie cutter of everybody else. You have to stand out in some way. John stands out. We're both weirdos. And I can vibe with that. I can get down with that. And you know something? I helped him through a lot of his grief over losing his first wife, and he helped me through a lot of my PTSD and anxiety. And the name of the game was patience with one another and love. For lack of a better word, we have a nurturing environment here. And he doesn't push me any farther than I'm willing to go, but he does push me to do better. And I push him to do better.
Functions shitty.
Hey, see-through gypsy.
I love that like anime chick look, where they're just like I don't know. There's names for all this stuff, like Harajuku girls, like that's like they look like dolls, The Harajuku shit is pretty creepy to me, but I'm conservative in that way. I know that there's so many like weird things that lead you into weirder and then like evil shit when it comes to fetishes and sex stuff, I really think like 50 Shades of Grey was very destructive to people's sexuality.
Did you read it? If you didn't read it, then how do you know? And talk about creepy. You look like a creep.
And like Shani loved the books, and I think she's on board with me right at this point. Even if the story is like positive, at the end of the day, it's a positive story, I guess. That's what Shani's take on it is, But to be promoting these ideas of it's risky behavior, unless you have known that person, I would say, for fucking 10 years, you should not be comfortable with the idea of your man tying you up and blindfolding you and then doing what he wants to you sexually. You know what I mean? Like, safe words, all of that shit. Yeah, okay.
What if I'm doing the tying? What if I'm doing the tying?
Okay, we're going to be adults. We're going to do setup stuff like that, okay. But even being adults and setting up safe words and all that shit, you can still get hurt severely and die. That's the truth, But do what you want. Yeah, just be safe. I'm going to say don't hurt yourself. Yeah, well, if you're in S&M, like, you want to hurt a little bit. I get that. Just don't be doing extremely over-the-top reckless shit. Like, for the guys out there, don't split your penis in half. That's some weird shit, man. You can see these guys that split their dicks like fucking,
Why are you talking about this? I don't even have a penis and I'm having sympathy pains. Why does he talk about shit like this? Well, they did title this Shani's Files Archive. Rev's being weird.
Hot dogs. Like, what happens? Like, you get a hard on and it's like a plant. It looks like a weird plant. What's the intercourse with that like, man?
Oh.
I love you. That's really weird, though. That's really weird. Thank you. Alright, that's it. Oh, I'm gonna wrap this fucking video up. This is gonna be randomness. I talked quite a bit about, like, the drag thing. Because I don't know, like,
The prissing around pisses me off. He prisses more than any girl that I've ever seen. And he doesn't even priss right. You want to see how to act like a woman? Catch a wake and bake or catch a bat after dark? I'll teach you how to act like a woman, you fuck.
is there a distinction between cross-dressing and drag? I don't think there is. I think that's the same thing, right? But drag is performative. That's what I'm interested in, because I'm not like literally interested in dressing female. No, like that's not what this is. It's performative. It is. It's like, oh, if I want to go to a party, sure, I'd probably dress up like this. Why not? You know. If I went to a concert, yeah, why not? There's something different to do. You know. But for my everyday life, like, no. A big reason for that is, where I live. It's conservative here. It is. PA is a purple state, and there's a lot of Democrats. But what I mean by conservative is, like, like they'll think if you look overly alternative. Let's put it that way. Yeah. If you look a little too alternative, you're going to get a little bit of a, like, what the fuck is that? That's true.
There's looking alternative, which, I guess I kind of sort of fall under that because I don't follow any trends. I just wear what I want. Vintage, stuff that's in style now, stuff that's way out of style, except if it's ugly. Well, y'all know how I dress. Kind of witchy, gothy. Kind of preppy. This bitch don't know how to dress himself. He doesn't know the first thing about being sexy, even as a man. You couldn't really qualify him as a man either. Fucking prick.
Which is fine. That doesn't bother me, as long as it's just like a crooked look and people aren't throwing rocks at you or some shit, Like, the South can be rough, I'm sure it's gotta be, For, like, trans, my God, that's gotta be really rough in some states. Like, extremely rough. I can imagine. And school, like these kids that feel that they're trans and they have to go to, like, a conservative state school, public school. Oh my God, it's got, man, torture. Can imagine that being very torturous existence. So sad. People gotta love each other. We really do. We have to love each other because us, the citizens, because the government's pretty much going to be guaranteed to be against us, like, just always. I don't know if we're ever going to get a government that loves us, aside from Jesus, when he finally sets up the kingdom, when he's got the kingdom on earth.
You're just hoping for the world to end so that your miserable existence can end.
That will be an actually benevolent government, for real. But until that, I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see it happening. There's too many evil forces that are afoot to make things work. There's too much evil. That's why we need the Messiah to come back to set it up. And that's all there is to it. So get saved. That's the only answer is him. That's it. I'm telling you. Because you could be next to saintly status of, like, fucking Mother Teresa or something. And you could fuck up still. You're still going to fuck up. Yeah.
Put your tongue in your mouth.
So yeah, this was like a random thing. And that's probably what it's getting named. Randomness. Because it's just randomness. The world's too messed up to not love. There's a lot of messed up shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good shit too. Saw someone pick up the tab for someone yesterday. Thought that was pretty cool. That's what she could do to repay her. She said, pay it forward.
So choose to be part of the solution in this very big problem world that we got right now. Choose to be a part of the solution. And what does that entail? Love people. Just love people, man.
Exactly, Hatfield. Exactly. Okay. Put a one in the chat if you want another one. I'm going to hunt up something while y'all make your decision whether you want another one or not. And that's for Graveyard Flowers. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Dinah Cat. Okay, that's enough for me. Let's go to Rev's Not Necessarily the News. Now I know why. I know why we didn't review that one. Just a person trying to human. Just a person trying to human has all your retro shanty needs met. So please give a like, a share, a subscribe to Just a Person Trying to Human. Hey Arabella, how you doing, hon? We'll finish up this one.
Um, I'm happy.
Yeah, it
And
has been a while,
I
hasn't it,
really want to
Arabella?
keep my peace and my happiness, and a contentness no matter what's going on in my life. I can find joy. That's the most important thing right now. But I know that God will provide, and God will always give like little miracles. If you need to eat, there's always like an angel that will help you with food.
Hmm. How about you getting out there and helping yourself instead of expecting someone to do it for you? That's a thought. If y'all had jobs, y'all wouldn't have to scrape and scrimp and beg and have to worry about getting donos from people. You could have that check every week or every 2 weeks. You know that, right? It's a job.
If you need shelter, there's always an angel that will help you with shelter. But it's just stressful out there in life, and social media in a lot of ways adds more stress on your life when you really don't need it. You can just turn off the phone, turn off the computer, and
Okay,
do
see through
something
Gypsy.
positive. Like right now, I'm crocheting. Um, it's a little piece right now. I'm planning on making a whole like suit on it, but it's really pretty. Um, it's really pretty, and the yarn is very soft, so I think it'll feel good on my body.
You know what? That's something she can do that I can't do, and that's crochet. I've always wanted to learn. I think I'm going to take a class, see if I can't learn how, so I can make stuff, learn more. It's a dying art.
Because I'm making like a dress, I guess you could say, with the yarn, but please stop with the hurtful words. It's
You know what? I wished I could have been a fly on the wall for that one, Blue. Fuck. I'd have been laughing my ass off.
and lies um, doesn't do you any good. It doesn't help anyone, and you know, I guess some people have to repeat their lies over and over again so people believe it. It's a Joseph Goebbels tactic, a Nazi tactic that people do. They make a lie, they repeat it over and over again, and eventually people believe them because um,
Jason kicking your son, that's a lie. You starving your kids is a lie. You leaving them in filthy conditions is a lie. All right there, Stankarilla.
they just want to be mean spirited. Um, and frankly, I don't deal with mean spirited people. Um, it's just I'm moving on with my life and enjoying my life, and it's good. Um, it's good to enjoy your life, um, and that's what I'm doing. And
I'm sorry, I have to speed this bitch up. She is just like slow.
taking care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. I'm
You're all about taking care of yourself. That's why you got fat and your kids got skinny. Should be the other way around. I was just thinking back when things were really rough. There were times I wouldn't eat and my kids did eat. Those were some pretty lean times.
I'm doing everything I can um, to be well. Um, find something to make yourself happy, guys. Find
I think I lost like 15 pounds.
something that isn't toxic to your soul and your vibes, your energy. Um, I've also been wearing my rose quartz. Um, it's very healing stones. Very cool stones, actually. They're very cold, so it feels good when it's nice and hot to put on your rose gold, or your, not rose gold, but rose quartz, and let that healing energy in that needs to be in. Um, it's like I feel like a totally different person than I was like 5, 6 months ago. And it's just dumb. Like if you just take a step back and you listen to how ridiculous you sound screaming at other grown adults on the internet, it just you look ridiculous, or trying to sway someone in a direction that they don't need to. Like,
What sway someone? All they need to do is look at your fucking record. Look at your antics online. Shit, bitch.
what makes people and what makes you so entitled to, like, to my life or others' lives, or what makes you so entitled you think your voice is so much more important than someone who's living their own life? You know what I mean? Like, really, it's like a dog barking at a tree. The tree's gonna stay where it's at, and you're just barking at the tree for no reason. It's not gonna move the tree barking at the tree. It's certainly not gonna help the tree grow any faster barking at the tree. It's not gonna, like, it's a waste of time, and it's dumb, and it's unneeded energy to exert into the world. Like, I really believe in manifesting, and I am manifesting goodness.
You know what? But the thing is, we're not barking at a tree. We're telling you about yourself. Because apparently you don't know. You see, we tell you about yourself because you don't know, apparently. And you don't want to face facts. Fact, you abused your kids. Fact, you let that little turd abuse your kids. Fact, you neglected your kids. All facts.
Wholeness, strength, love,
And you ain't lost nary a fucking pound, neither.
trying to conquer things financially. I manifest in those things. I'm not manifesting this toxic, horrible drama that I was stuck in for way too long. Like, I was talking to my therapist today, and I was like, it's like I almost like wasted 20 years of my life. Like, I'm on a journey to rediscovering who I am, because I lost so much of who I am because of trauma. And I'm healing from trauma. I'm healing from all that bad crap that has happened in my life, and I want to continue to heal. And doing things that are toxic aren't going to help you heal at all. It's going to do the opposite, and you got to put more work in to heal from that. So, like, it's not worth it. in the long run. What's worth it is just finding ways how to be happy and without social media.
This does not age well. Flash forward a couple of years and she's verbally chastising her son Will for not calling her because she's a toxic bitch. Her son, treating him like he's a stranger on the fucking street, putting all their fucking business out there. You fucking skank.
And listening to all these voices and, you know, feeling like I have to be talking to people when I don't want to talk to people. Excuse me, I think I swallowed a fly. Like, I don't even know if there's a fly. Maybe it was cat fur. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. But I've been taking care of myself. So, like, that's basically what's been happening. Like, I'll say it again. Like, if I hurt you in any way in the past by being reactive, I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to handle the situation and conduct myself. And I was on the defense for so long that I didn't realize it, you know, just constant survival mode. That's a tough thing to go on, is to be on constant survival mode. And it's like, I'm not on survival mode anymore. I'm on what happens will happen mode, and just let life wash over me like water. You know,
No, you're not. You're going to continue to get pissed off over every little thing and every imagined slight. You're a crazy fucking bitch.
because, you know, I'm learning a lot of things about myself. I'm learning a lot about my faith. Um, just learning and growing as a person. And I'll just be honest, I don't need social media. I don't think anyone needs social media. You can find a way.
You know, that's one cat I don't understand. Why does he think that he's got the lockdown on reality? When in fact, he does not have the lock on reality. He is about as far away, removed from reality as you can be. He is. He's about as far from reality, removed from reality as you can be. He looks at himself as some savior or hero of the human race.
Away from it, you know, and move on with your life and enjoy your life. So that's what I've been doing. I want to thank everyone for their prayers and their thoughts. I'm sorry I don't regularly talk to you guys on DMs like I used to. It's just, it's mostly been Jason that's been contacting people on Facebook, on not Facebook, but Instagram, for me, because I have to, for my mental health, stay away from that crap, you know what I mean? Not that I'm saying you're crap, you're not, but there are other people within the mix of the awesome, kick-ass people that I love, but it's like, I have to stay away from it, for my own sake, because I have to heal. You know, I feel like if I
Yeah,
don't heal
agreed. I
mentally
wasn't thinking about
and
that.
physically, I'm gonna die.
I wasn't thinking about
And
health.
I have 2 sons that I have to live for, and, you know, I'm looking forward to
I
seeing.
wasn't thinking about health and shit. Good God. You're right. You're right. Helton is much more far removed.
Them growing old and me being a grandma and seeing my grandchildren. You know, I'm going to be 40 in a month. I said this like, I think like a year ago. I certainly don't want to be 40 years old arguing with people on the internet, and I'm certainly intending for that to be a reality. You know, I just, like, you just see these people and they're in their.
You know what? It looks like you're going to be in your 40s and arguing with people on your internet. Me, I'm not an arguer. I don't like arguing. I don't. I really don't like arguing. Arguing is stupid. Just see that I'm right.
Their 30s, 40s, 50s, some even in their 60s, and they're acting like teenage children in high school, trying to like get popularity points, and it's just like, it's silly, it's stupid. I'm like, I pray to God they outgrow that crap, but whatever, they'll do what they need to do. But like, yeah, I feel good, I guess you could say. You know, even though I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, at the same time, I feel good. And everyone, I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome, you know. Um, but yeah, that's where I am in life, and I got to save my mental health for all these medical things that are going down with me. You know, I can't stress because of like the medical stuff that's happening with me. Like, I gotta be chill, you know. Um, so yeah, I hope some people get influenced by my words and start like swaying away from social media and realizing that you can be happy without it. Actually, I'll be honest, you will be happier, a lot happier, like the happiest without it. Um, Even if you're physically disabled and you don't get out much, you can still.
Yeah, huh? How about you getting off social media? How about that? You're not going to do that. No, your need to talk is too great.
Find happiness away from the chaos. I think one of the joyous things in my life is I get to hear beautiful birds singing every day, and seeing my cats loving the sounds of the birds, and my cats waking me up in the morning is always such a beautiful thing. And I don't look at my phone first
Oh, I'll never tell, Blue. Not while the sun's shining.
thing in the morning anymore. Like, oh, what did someone say? You know, I'm not worrying about that crap anymore. Um, Instead, I listen to the birds. I see my Kit Kats all happy when I wake up. And then, you know, the happiness of my husband while we kiss each other. Good morning. And that's such a precious part of my life that I wouldn't want to lose that. Um, it's a beautiful thing, you know, talking to my sons and getting to know the type of young men they're becoming, and I'm just so proud of them. They're very strong.
Dance around in my granny gown and house coat and bunny socks and starts singing "It's Raining Men." That's what I would do, Blue.
And smart and wise in their age, and I'm
Actually, I would scream, sing, "I would always love you."
proud of my sons for that. Um, I'm just happy, even though I'm struggling. I'm still trying to get that $25, but it'll come when it comes. Um, God always provides, always, no matter what. Um, but yeah, I'm just going through the tides of life and living life to the fullest. Whatever time I have life left, I guess. Just living and experiencing life as it is instead of being stuck on a screen. So I look back when I was like really hardcore into that stuff, and I was just so sad and so miserable, and it was like I just want people to love me and care for me. Now I don't worry about that anymore.
You still do. Trust me, bitch. This one is 2023. 2023.
Because I'm loving myself first, I guess you could say, which is
You've always loved yourself first. When haven't you loved yourself first, bitch?
A good thing to mentally be. Even my therapist says that you're in a good spot mentally. Even though you're going through all this stuff, you're in a good spot mentally, and I intend to stay that way. So anyway, Jesus bless, guys. Peace and Maranatha. I hope you have a wonderful
Pizza
day.
marinara.
And
Pizza
you learn
marijuana.
how to find additional happiness and prosperity in your life. I pray that in Jesus Christ's name over all of you. A lot of beautiful souls out there, I'll say that, and I'm grateful for the beautiful souls. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. I'm gonna go live life and hope you do too. Bye, guys.
Stop, say no, and go, go, go. Stop, say no, and go, go, go. Stop, say no, and go, go, go.
Hi everybody, my name's Bryce. I'm not supposed to be on yet, but I just couldn't wait to tell you kids why I'm so excited. Captain Kidd is doing his show right here, and he's gonna sing, dance, and do all sorts of fun things for you kids.
Get into safety. Listen to Captain Kidd. That's me. Get into safety. You'll be glad you did.
Mom had an accident. She sent me to pick you up.
What's the secret code word?
I don't know.
We don't know you.
That's okay. Come with me anyway.
No! Let's go.
I'm here talking with the two boys who earlier today had a close call with a stranger. How did you know what to do?
Well, Captain Kidd said a stranger can look like anybody. And we asked the stranger if he knew the secret code word, but he didn't.
I'm so proud of my guys. They knew exactly what to do when that stranger came up to them.
And what was that?
Stop, say no, and go, go, go.
Hey, that
Good God, this is so campy.
rhymes. That's easy to remember, Captain Kidd.
This man looks like a nice guy, but watch this.
Hey, kids, you want to come to my house and play some video games?
Cool. You've got some video games? That sounds like fun.
Now, of course, this boy looks pretty cool, but don't be fooled.
Hey, if you come with me, I'll take you for the ride of your lives.
I think we know what to do.
Come on. Stop, say no, and
go, go.
This is what you do when a stranger comes up to you. Stop, say no, and go, go, go. Turn and run, and don't go slow. If it's not a friend or someone you know, then stop, say no, and go, go, go. If someone who you've never seen gives you candy or ice cream, what are you gonna do?
Stop,
Say no, and go, go, go. No matter what, no matter who, when a stranger comes up to you, what are you gonna do?
Stop,
Say no, and go, go, go.
Now that was fun.
We'll get to that right after this. Just remind me.
It sure was. And go, go, go.
I'm making content and you're still watching, 'cause I make the fucking content.
So, hey guys, what's up? This is a rev hijacking of Shanny's Instagram. How's
You know
everybody
what?
doing?
We're gonna take a break
I hope
from
you're all
this.
doing well. Me, I'm enjoying the absence of social.
All right, we're gonna watch this and then we'll get back to what we were doing. A doing. Do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah, YouTube username. But right now it is That's Reality.
More than feelings, nothing more.
Put your teeth in, you creepy fuck.
More than feelings, feelings, woo.
Quickly, J-Cats. Find out where I am and tell people all about it. We saw Nick Bravo on Laurel Canyon Boulevard.
This son of a bitch made fun of my teeth. I have my teeth. These are mine. They're still in my head. And they're in there. They're in there pretty good. They're in there pretty good there, Helton. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? No one really matters but cats. You had the balls to make fun of my teeth. The balls. You toothless fuck. And then before you were toothless, you really had some chiclets going on where you weren't brushing them and shit. At least I brushed my shit.
But the orange line! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, his mouth is so gross.
Oh my god! Oh.
Gee, I wonder why he doesn't get laid.
And as some of you know, I'm trying to become I'm trying to get certified as a drug and alcohol counselor. Because when I was in prison for a year and a half, under false pretenses, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
False pretenses? Really?
I saw so many people who were
really
addicted to drugs.
We were not evil.
I'm sorry, Vaughn. There are some.
We were not
okay.
evil. We
there's passages in the back where
disagreed with the being called Jehovah.
Somebody's going to need some sleep.
It said they did evil
Somebody's been hitting up the alcohol way too much. They just keep going and going and going.
What's going on for 4
Well, he's making light of what's happening about the whole.
Nick, have you been drinking tonight?
Oh, absolutely he's been drinking. When he's acting like that, you know that sumbitch has been drinking. Well, he doesn't need to be drinking to act like that, but it's more amplified. Nick, you are not above making a fool of yourself.
Yes, he has.
Hi. Oh yes, it's a beautiful day. Hi. Hi.
Gee, I wonder why this big hunky stud was a virgin till he was 49. Then got laid by Sabella.
Oh, we're all happy. Oh, I'm just an average person and I'm like this all the time. Hi, I'm the happy.
Thrashing and, jumping up and down and screaming. Hi! I may have to change my name again so I can go on the run. Further south, past the Rio Grande, where I can be a Mexican, where I can be a Mexican. I can eat burritos and sip margaritas all day, and I can just play and play and play all day.
That's pretty much what you do anyway, you racist scumbag. I fucking want to knock you out for being a racist scumbag, you jackass.
Sunscreen, daily, everything. No, I don't want you to become one. No, I don't want you doing this. No. 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 I feel.
You know what? Corky's as good an argument for eugenics as I've ever seen.
Get off YouTube. Get off YouTube. I don't buy it at all. Man, I have got to get, I've been out in the sun too much. Well, no, what I need more collagen.
What you need is to quit drinking so much. You've got more wrinkles around your eyes than I do, and I'm 58. Yeah, I've got crow's feet. I got laugh lines. I got wrinkles. I do. And I got bags under my eyes. I should be wearing luggage tags for earrings. Sterling silver luggage tags. Because I wear sterling. But, dude, you're wrinkling up awful young. And you look plumb rough now.
And I mean, I've always had a very expressive face. And I carry all my stress in my head, so in my face. So oh, we're so loving, we're so caring, we have such big hearts, and still saving up money. Oh. Eating lies about people all the time. No, I don't.
You know, they make medications that control that sort of thing.
And that's reality.
Gross. Okay, back to what we were looking at.
If you see somebody out there claiming to be me, it's not me. This is a good time for me to do something like that. I made the commitment with the advice and guidance of my therapist to no longer deal with the aggravation of people who constantly lie and slander me every day. So, I did that one video for that one dude because he was nice and sent us a pizza. That's what you're going to get mostly when you see me. If you see me, it's a character. You're not going to hear anything personal or anything like that. But I'll do that for now. This is I don't want to come on and talk about anything personal. But the fact is that Shanny's in horrible pain. She's got the Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat situation going on with her spine feeling like it's being ripped out.
What a coinky dink. I injured myself somewhere between here and work. I don't know where. And I've got to start a job soon. And I'm going to go see about another job because it pays more. I'm going to go see what it's about, but I don't think I'm going to take it.
So I'm coming on here quick to just ask for prayer from the people that are into that type of thing, the people that are into good vibes, that type of thing. That's what I'm asking for, is just prayer. When you're in the pain levels that she's in at this point, you look for countries like Sweden and that type of deal, of the compassionate type of care that's given to people that are just in an untenable physical situation. So I really appreciate everybody out there that's kind and hasn't slandered us to the point of total poverty and being destroyed.
Nobody slandered you to the point of being in total poverty, you ass. You spent up your money like it was fucking water. You did.
Because that's where we're at. But I'm just coming on here to ask you for prayer, because Shani is really feeling rough. And in her situation with the medical diagnoses that she has, the main one that would be in the purview right now is osteoarthritis, which is growing in her knees, hips, and back, and it's not going to stop. She is on pain medications for it, but it's not enough. It just isn't to make her mobile in any meaningful way. It's hard for her to get from the couch to the bathroom, which is not far. So I just want to say I appreciate the kind.
Shani doesn't want to be in any pain whatsoever. I'm going to tell you right now. I take medications for pain. I take Cymbalta for pain during the day, and I take Cymbalta and 2 other muscle relaxers for pain at night. I can't walk around during the day with those other muscle relaxers. That's just not going to happen. Because my pain in my joints and stuff does hurt. I'm 58. I've done things to my body that it wasn't designed to do. Trying to prove a point. Trying to show people that I'm just as tough as they are. Those were the days. God, I wanted to.
Kind people out there, because it's really pumped up. These people that are really awful and slander and lie, they're propped up by the drama communities and the reaction communities. They're always propped up, the bad people. So I want to be on the other end, not having any social media of any kind, but to be here for this moment to tell you thank you for everything you've done, even if it's just kindness of a DM saying, hey, we're going through stuff too, we love you, we're praying for you and hoping the best for you and your children. That's everything. It's encouraging, and it gives us
One, her children don't live with her, so I'm sure they're being cared for a lot better than they would be without her. And number 2, prayers equals money. They want your money.
the will to get up again and try another day and see what happens, and trust on the Lord. That's what we're doing. We're trusting on the Lord. So everybody that's in here, I want to say God bless you. Thank you for listening to me. And I really pray that the Lord blesses you in any way that you need to be blessed. and just pray for us as we pray for you. God bless everybody. Take care.
There's times in my life where, like, Jesus is just like, tell people how you feel. Alright. See, the reason why I'm doing these videos right now here on the Instagram is, like, seriously, I want to help some people out. A lot of them could be my haters. I don't really care who it is, but, like, some people need to get some help. Alright, this is therapy time. You know.
Who are you gonna help? You can't even fucking help yourself. You can't even fucking help yourself. So who are you gonna help?
Some people need to get some help. Seriously. And I'm not saying that in any negative way, okay? I needed help. But, like, some people need freaking help. And I'm just gonna go and point some things out, maybe to enlighten you. But, I got a lot of haters in this world, okay? A lot of haters. And it was all perpetuated by these, drama people and people who just want to get a video. See, a lot of them like to say that I'm a dangerous person. I'm a dangerous person, right? Right? My point is,
you're only a danger to stupid people who fall for your stupid shit. That's who you're a danger to. You're a danger to people like Rev and his uncle. That's about it.
If I'm so dangerous, why do you spend every day of your life talking about me and making fun of me? You know, normally if you're afraid of people, you hide. You hide. Like, that's what I did. I'm, like, afraid of certain people, so I hide. You know? Normally, if you're afraid of people, you hide. These people are supposed to be afraid of me. She's super dangerous, you know? They like to say, she's super dangerous, right? Why aren't these people hiding like normal people who fear things do? Why do they, like, put it on your face every day, like, look at what this person did?
Just because you're dangerous doesn't make you mean that they're afraid of you. Now, I'm not necessarily afraid of you, but I wouldn't want you coming at me neither. Shit, I ain't afraid of your ass. Big girl, I will pick something up and bash you over the head with it. And keep bashing till you go down. You want to come at me like a man? I'll treat you like a man.
You know what I mean? That's not what people who should be afraid act like. That's people who want attention act like. That's people who's trying to put a smear campaign on someone acts like. I mean, look at the news. It's all about Trump, 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 Trump. Obviously, they're putting a smear campaign on Trump. I don't blame them per se, but you know what? It gets old to the point where it's like, I don't want to see that shit anymore. Is that a little interesting to you? I think it's a little interesting to me. You can tell these people are frauds over their behavior toward me. If I'm so dangerous, why aren't you afraid of me? If I'm going to do something to you, why do you keep talking about me? It comes to a point where, you know, trying to put out awareness in someone and actually going along and slandering someone comes to a point where it's like,
I don't think there's been anything that I've said about her that's been untrue. Child abuser, bitch, and wannabe hoe bag. What I say wannabe because nobody wants her. Is anything that I just said untrue? And learn how to wear a wig, Shanny.
It's obvious. It's obvious. Those people are out to ruin this person's life, you know, and you can see it, you know. I'm not on video every day.
Well, see through Gypsy, like I said, there is no such thing as a fair fight. And she's 5'11", I'm 5'2". I'm picking something up. I'm picking up a chair, a stool, a vase, anything. I'm gonna bash her in the head with it if she was to come at me. I ain't stupid. I ain't gonna let her get her damn mitts on me. Damn, she's probably got a grip like a gorilla.
I don't do it every day. I don't want to do it every day. You know, I got a life to live. Like right now, I'm like, tick, 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 tick. Money is, you know, time is money. You know what I mean? And I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on things that are good. You know, I want to focus on things.
You know, I wear a wig because I'm bald, you know, and it's very apparent I'm thin. I tried going without it. I just can't do it. I don't like it. My hair doesn't grow right. I can't grow it long. So that's what I do.
That will enlighten me. Things that I can learn from, you know, because I like to stay learning for the rest of my life. I like to stay learning. I like to learn about different things. I'll say that.
I knew you were tall. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I really don't care.
I envisioned you as being tall. For some strange reason, I just envisioned you as being tall. I knew it. I bet you got tattoos too. I bet you do.
Because I know what the truth is. I know who I am. And I know that little narrative they're always trying to spin is bullshit. It's bullshit. I am just doing the best I can to enjoy.
No. It saved a lot of lives. Because the Japanese weren't going to stop. Ever. They were going to fight down to the last man. They were. They were going to fight down to the last man.
Enjoy life. To enjoy life the best I can, because I'm currently
I knew it.
I knew it. 5 different medications to help me with the problems I have health wise.
I knew it. 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 I knew you were loaded with tats. I don't know how, but I've just got this picture of you in my head. And that doesn't happen very often where I can get a picture of someone in my head, but I just got this picture of you in my head. Now, the only thing I was off about was I thought maybe you were a little meatier, but you said you were thin. So that's the only thing that I was off about.
You know, I'm always in pain. Every day of my life, 24/7. I'm in horrible, severe pain. And it's just not in one area, you know. It's the ankles, the knees, the hips, the back, the neck, even the arms. Your whole body in pain. That's what I live with. Day in and day out. Just every day pain. And it doesn't matter what kind of medicine I take. It still just alleviates a percentage of the pain.
Okay, so
I
I
wish it
was
would
right
come
on
to
the
a
money.
point where it's like all of the pain is gone.
So I was right on the money. I was on the money. Wow. I can't believe that shit. I can't believe that shit. Wow, that's just weird.
Not just like getting to one like point of pain, just lowering it lower and lower. No, I want it all to be gone.
You know what, princess? Nothing knocks out all the pain. Nothing does. You're just going to have to deal like the rest of us. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty. Want to come up here? Oh, I love you too, girl. It's Little Bit Toe Beans, followed by her brother Jax.
I'd like to live a life. I'd like to live a life where I don't feel anything other than just normal. I miss hiking. You know, I miss riding a bike. You know, I'm usually stuck in a room all day long, hearing the birdies, trying to just live. You know what I mean? But I ain't here to make you feel bad. I'm here to help you. Because there are ways in your life where you're in my scenario.
I don't know. It all depends on how stoned I am as to how southern I am. Um, I go from like now to Larry the Cable Guy in accents. And I don't know how I sound to you guys. I don't To me I don't sound like I have an accent. To me, I don't sound like I have one. Maybe a little bit of a southern one, but I don't feel I really have one.
Where you have nothing. God, you have nothing.
Good God Almighty!
But yet, you can find a way how to have joy in your life.
Even with thickness here, even with them thick thighs, she is still smaller here than she is now.
Clear joy in your life. What you do is when you're stuck in a scenario where you can't find any way out, that is your reality. That's your life. That's where you are. What I ask you to do in order to find happiness is you cut out all that toxic, horrible bullshit that you have in your life. If it's making you angry or sad or miserable, you cut that out of your life. You don't have to keep it. What makes you think you have to keep drama in your life? You don't have to keep it. It'll lead you to be depressed. It will lead you to be depressed. Cut it out. Cut the toxic stuff out. Cut that drama stuff. At first, may be funny. It may be entertaining to watch, but there's a point where you start getting miserable. There's a point where you're just angry at everything and you're looking for anything you can find to try to get you that feeling of anger. Because at first, that anger, that, oh my God, I can't believe they did that shit. At first, it's a nice feeling. It's exhilarating to get that, boost of endorphins from, whoa. But there's a point where it gets to the ridiculous, where you start looking for bad things that you do too. It gets to a point where it's ridiculous.
Oh,
and then you gotta question yourself, why am I, an adult, putting up with this bull crap? Why am I having this in my life? It's making me miserable. I'm angry all the time. I'm paranoid about everyone. People are leaving me now. People are thinking I'm a horrible person. I'm getting in trouble with the law. What the hell? That's because you're caught up in some toxic bullshit.
And you're still caught up in some toxic bullshit because the law is still being called on you. And you're still acting like a bitch. Example, you're still trying to get your son to call you even though he told you if you didn't that you needed to get help with your toxic behavior.
Mm-hmm. You're caught up in some toxic bullshit. And there's ways how you can remedy this toxic bullshit. There's ways. You gotta cut it off. I feel like I'm losing myself. I feel like I'm becoming a phony. Mm-hmm. It says in the Bible that bad company corrupts good manners. Why aren't you happy anymore? Why are you looking for someone to always get angry about?
I do love philosopher Shanny. Don't you?
So, you want a happy life? Well, you're gonna have to start forgiving people.
We gotta start forgiving her now. We have to forgive her now.
be happy again. Got all depressed and all you do is watch drama and hear about drama and you're involved in drama and you create drama. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's also another element to it. The people that don't change, that will not change no matter what you say, guess what? You're going to have to accept them for who they are. If you want a happy life, you're going to have to accept them for the miserable pieces of shit they are. How about that? Ooh. How about that?
Accepting them doesn't mean you accept their behavior. You can still cut them off. You can love someone and despise someone's behavior. You know?
So you're going to have to forgive people. You're going to have to accept people in order to have a happy life. You're going to have to take away that little endorphin rush you get when you hear some new drama. You got to cut that off because it'll get you depressed real quick. Why aren't these people changing the way I want them to change? Because it's not your life to live. That's why. You're going to have to accept that truth too in order to have a happy life.
Ain't that sexy? Oh boy, Playmate of the Year right there.
Trauma's all up your butts. You don't even know. I get the messages. I see the messages. You're a miserable person. Because there's no reason for a happy person to put someone down. That's the truth. Happy people don't put people down. They lift them up. They're like, yo, bro. Because you know what? Guess what? Here's another truth. In order to have a happy life.
You know what? If you two actually went out and got a fucking job and did something constructive, I would lift you up. Hell, I gave Nick Bravo kudos for getting a damn job. Don't like the little bastard, but I like the fact that he got a job. Even if it's a temporary job, he got a job. And he's doing something he likes. And he gets to be goofy. He's a goofy goober anyway. So that job is perfect for him. Dancing around in a cow costume.
You're going to have to lift people up when they feel down. You know why? It feels good to lift someone up when they're feeling down. And there's no sin in it. You're not angry, you're not stressed. Just helping people out. Just helping people out. I say help people out. I say give people love. And that's what I say. You want a happy life? You're going to have to give up some things. You're going to have to give up some things. And
oh, really? Why do I have to give up some things? How about you give up some things too? You know, it isn't all about you. What you want. It's about me and what I want. Fuck you.
And you know what? Giving up those things are not that hard. Because you realize I'm happy now. No matter what you're going through, still, I'm happy now because you gave up the things that made you miserable and then started doing things to lift you up. That's how you love yourself. You know, if you're putting someone down, if you're treating someone like crap, dehumanizing them, making them feel small, guess what? I know in my heart you're not happy.
So she knows in my heart, in her heart, that I'm not happy every time I call Freddie a dickhead. Gotcha.
I know in my heart you're not happy with your life. You try to find these other things to try to make you happy. It really doesn't. It makes you a miserable piece of shit. I lived that life. Oh well. Maybe you'll listen to me sometime in my wisdom. I don't know. I don't know. But my wisdom is sound. All you have to do is take it and do it. And you'll find out, wow, I wasted my life. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Alright. Well, I'm going to take off from here. There's something...
You know, I didn't waste my life. I did something with it. I put a good portion of it into the military and got a retirement out of it. So, yeah, I did a little something. A little something.
About a haunting in a place that I need to go and examine.
By examine, she means watch a YouTube video.
Alright. Well, you take care, y'all. You take care. Compassion's in my nature. Tonight is all I stand. I tear my heart open. I sew myself shut. And my weakness says that I care too much. And our scars remind us that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to...
Alright, I'm not going to put y'all through that. That's about all I've got for now. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace. Quiet down, Tummy.